Good evening. Welcome to Ibrox Stadium for the third quarter-final of the Diabolical Darts Championships. Rangers will be represented here, as you see with the dart flights, as will be Aston Villa. And just quick housekeeping notice, any Rangers penalty bingo ticket holders, please be aware this fixture is not valid. There will be no penalties. It will be won on the dartboard, fair and square. And to the many millions of people who will eventually watch this video, I can assure you that the darts will be thrown, all darts will be thrown by me fairly and equitably. So we'll have a bull off to determine kickoff. And that's not too far from the outer bull. That is a little bit farther away, I think. So Rangers have won that bull off and will start the game. And it will be two legs of 501, and if it's all square, a leg each after two legs, it will be a penalty shootout to determine the winner. So Rangers to kick off. And well, a great last dart there. I'm not sure what was going on there with the first couple of darts. 21, that's score of 78. And what can Villa respond with? Wayward. Wow, a wild triple 12. So we've got 46 there. So oh, poor. Wow. 13. Awful. Triple 12. Well, these triple 12s are not welcome because they're just a sign of incredibly poor darts. So 40 scored, and neither side is below 400 after 6 darts each. That's 43. And 52, so not the worst visit, but when I made the draw I was trying to think of a player who played for both teams, and at the last minute we got Carlos Cuellar, which was not a bad shout. I can't think of many more, I've got to be honest. Steven Gerrard, the obvious recent link, but not as a player much as they would have wanted him, I'm sure. 92 for Rangers there, so getting a little bit better both sides now, feeling their way into the game. Well, that's a wild tops, but you take them. 65, you hit an errant tops, you tell yourself it's a reward for a straight dart, but it's a mile from the treble. But both sides are below 300 now after 12. And that's 45. So what can Villa respond with? Well, it's a steady 60, about a million miles away from the treble segment, but steady 60 nonetheless. So 230 plays 238. We get to the business end of the opening leg, and this is solid stuff now. That's 100 for Rangers, and having thrown first, it does look like they'll have the chance, the first chance at double. It's a good dart though. Let's squeeze into triple 19, and we've got a triple 7, so that's 21, 78, 83 scored there for Villa. So it's 130 plays 155, so it is still in the balance. And that is 60 for Rangers to 70 when they return. Surely the visitors here couldn't take out 155. It's certainly never been seen before in this flat, and it won't be. But 81, so after a slow start to the leg, the situation after 21 darts is Rangers 70, Villa 74. So we'll be looking for a triple 18 with the first dart. That leaves 52. Wow, that's not single 12. That's at 2 18s, 36, so that leaves 34. And that is just above the double. So 18, 36, 53 scored. Which hopefully leaves 17, and it does. So Villa 74. We'll have a look at triple 14 here. I shouldn't have said it because it's so far away, it's uncomfortable. And that's not bullseye either. So absolute garbage when it mattered from Villa. So a score of 34 there. So they've rounded it down to tops, but it's cost them 3 darts in doing so. Rangers 17. We'll look at single 9 here. That's 12, so that leaves 5. Wow, triple 1. And that's double 1. Unbelievable. With Villa sitting on tops. That is a check out of 17. A clumsy check out. The 12 was accidental, going for 9. The triple 3 was supposed to be, the triple 1 was supposed to be a single. But then out went the double, and Rangers lead in a 27 dart leg. So it's Villa to kick off, and they need this leg to take it to our first penalty shootout of the championship. That's only 30, so is it going to be a similar slow start that we had to the first leg? Yes is the answer. Rubbish. So 19 there, so 30 and 19, so after a half decent end into the leg, it's more dross, I'm afraid, on show. And that, well, it's a disgusting dart, actually, that last one. It's this is enough to get darts and football swapped. .43. So again, after 6 darts each, neither team is below 400. Villa starting downstairs. Is panic starting to set in already? 33 scored. And it's a 66 for Rangers. Not bad given the general standard, but when that first dart goes in the treble, you want more. And Villa back up at the 20 segment, scoring 45. Wow, that's criminal. That's a score of 7. That's 33, so they've not really been able to capitalise. Villa are 31 ahead with these darts to be thrown. That's 43, so nothing really in this leg. That's 60. The first start was wild, but the other two were half decent. And that's 45 the other way. Well, there's only 3 points in this. And that is in Villa's favour. That's a terrible dart. Oh. Oh, that's just not good enough. 15 scored. They're probably now starting to fear the worst, Villa fans. .43. So it's 260. Plays 235. .44. So it was a 27 dart takeout the first leg. It's certainly not going to be 27 darts in this leg. that's for sure. Because after 24 darts, both teams are just hovering around the 200 mark. This second leg has been an awful affair. It's 26 now. It's poor. There are now some boos starting to be heard from the fans. Well, the last dart has missed the 19s altogether. So it's 190 for Villa, 165 for Rangers. That's a score of 41. So we're now down into finishing territory, although not finishing territory for either of these sides tonight, it's safe to say. That's a last time it missed a segment altogether. That's picked up a lucky double 19. So 63. Bit of luck there for Rangers. Leaves them 102. 149 for Villa. And that's 47. I don't think that'll be enough. That actually ties them on 102. They've thrown 3 darts more. That leaves 82. That was at triple 14, so we've got 73 left now. And that's nowhere near triple 19. So 36 scored there. Leaves 66. Now Villa's turn to have a stab at 102. Going to stay there for no reason at all. So 44. So it's 66 for the match for Rangers. Or Villa 58 to take us to penalties. 66. That's 10. So tops for the match. Oh, and that is only just missed. So a half decent effort there after a terrible scoring leg. A half decent attempt. So 58 here for Villa. Well, single 18 has become double 18. So that would leave 22. So unexpected double 11. 2 darts and it's gone out, first dart. So 58 check out there. Again, an element of fortune to it. But both legs have seen okay finishing after really atrocious scoring. And so we are going to have a penalty shootout here. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, so just before the penalty shootout, we'll have a quick recap of the match stats. It's finished all square, and the all-important averages for Rangers just under 46, and for Villa just over 46 and a half. Carried, it would have to be said, by the first leg, which was a 27 dart leg. Not a bad leg at all. That one went to Rangers with a checkout of 17. And then 38 dart leg wasn't quite the same standard. Looking at the first 9, well, 43.5 for Rangers. Aston Villa, quite poor there, 37.5. Coming on strong after the first 9, but that checkout of 58 stands out for Villa, and only 1 ton in the match, which went to Rangers. But it's a penalty shootout, and we'll be back in just a moment for that penalty shootout to see who books their semi-final place. Okay, welcome back. There is a lot of tension in the air. It's a penalty shootout. No one's sure how this is going to actually work because it's our first penalty shootout of the championships. So we're just simply down to 1 dart now. 1 dart for each side. Or should I say 1 dart alternating. It's 5 penalties each, as you would expect. And all the darts are aimed at centre of the board. Bull or outer bull is what we're aiming at. And that's a converted penalty. A miss is a miss. So we're going to go with Rangers to start off. That is a miss. And that has bounced out, or almost fallen out of the outer bull. So it's 0-0, but unbelievable. So unlucky for Villa. That's a miss. And that's also a miss. So the penalties are not of the standard required. Rangers missed their 3rd. And that is just a narrow miss. So nothing converted after 3 each. Looks like it's going to be first one to hit the centre of the board wins. That's a narrow miss again. And that's in at the 4th attempt from Villa. So it's 1-0 Villa after 4 each. Last penalty each. But unless Rangers hit the target here, Villa are through. And that's a miss. So Villa will just take it. The last kick anyway, and they'll miss it. But that has finished 1-0 Aston Villa on penalties. You might say they deserve it after the fallout that they saw in the first start there. But having lost the first leg, Aston Villa have levelled it up and won on penalty shootout to book their place in the semi-final. So thank you for watching, and join me for the final quarter-final mouth-watering match. It's Manchester United against Liverpool. Hopefully we'll get a standard of darts that actually is befitting of those two sides. But that's for another day.